So maybe it's undecided if somebody's upset with you yet, but if somebody is, let's see what this means. So this isn't great lighting, I'm sorry. Not that it ever is when I do these tarot card readings. Honestly, they look like, moving on from that topic. So Queen of Pentacles, Moon in reverse, Devil in reverse, bottom of the deck is the Magician. So I take this as, again, undecided if anyone is annoyed with you or not. If they are annoyed, it's having them say, you worrying about not being all that you can be, and you worrying about who you are in this material world. Remove those anxieties. You're foolish for having, or silly for having those anxieties about you are not the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. You're the Queen of Pentacles upright. You've been judging yourself too harshly, and it's causing you to overthink without taking action. You're lacking action because you're overthinking this, and it's taking the sensuality out of this equation, and you're speaking into existence things you don't want to. Speak into existence only what you want. Playful communication can come in. You need to believe that it can, and speak that into existence, because I said for communication to come in, and then I got a text and I was like, it says the contact name, but I read it and I was like, who the fuck is this? Not the kind of communication I was looking for. Now I feel obligated to answer somebody I don't want to talk to. Anyways, for you and for this collective of the female energy who resonates with me, they're coming in slow. I mean, playfully slow, not too slow. This communication is on frog. Your little nature boy is coming towards you with a detail-oriented deliberance. They, I think, want to just not approach this the wrong way. And then I was like, okay, well, what does your counterpart need to know? Okay, what do they need to know? We got the Three of Cups in reverse, so they need to know that they have no competition. You're not pitting them up against anybody. They've already won. Your inner knowing and your clairvoyance is tapped in really deeply to, I mean, you're not 100%, no connection can be 100%. Getting texts from somebody else right now is also giving me the fair warning that they really need to know that, like, there isn't any other third-party energies, and you're not engaging in, you're not engaging in feelings for anybody else. You have the possibility that you don't know how this other person quite feels about you, because this is also you. You're also worried that they're talking to other people, or maybe in stages of talking to somebody else, or starting something with somebody else, or you're afraid there's somebody else, or it's not you, or you're letting these anxieties take hold of you. Yeah, because this isn't coming in very quickly. We also got the Eight of Wands in reverse. So I think because of this hesitation, of the fact that neither of you have made a step, everything is still up in the air. You're coming towards each other. You're still coming towards each other but it's in reverse, so it's kind of like you also are like trying not to come towards each other. You like want the other person to come towards you, and you don't want to be the one doing it. So we got another Queen of Wands. So you guys are very emotionally, you're like telling each other stories about possibilities that are like, I want to say negative because that's how I'm feeling, that there's really like with this needing this Three of Cups card to come out in reverse. We'll see if we'll get the Two of Cups, but needing that to come in reverse, I think, is because you both are extremely creative, but from a very emotional space. And then we got King of Pentacles here, so we do have divine union here with King and Queen of Pentacles. I think so you both understand that this earthly realm is something that is so, oh, I accidentally turned this Queen of Wands in reverse in my hand. We'll read a little bit more into what that means in a second. Let's see if we get more clarity. So we got Seven of Swords in reverse, which to me, and then Ten of Swords in reverse. Okay, so the fact that Seven of Swords came out at all to me is like you guys are avoiding deception. You're not trying to hurt each other. You're not trying to lie to each other. You want this to come from an accurate place, but with a lack of communication here, because we have Ace of Swords needing to come in, and then a lot of these sword cards in reverse, but you know, the sword cards are mostly negative. There's really like no real good sword cards other than like maybe, you know, Knight, King, Queen, possibly. Queen, I don't even know if that's that good of a card. King, Knight, kind of. Anyways, Ten of Swords in reverse is like we've been hurt so much. So many times have we felt like someone has taken a stab at us for their benefit. Like what they've been doing to like involve us in their lives has not been for our benefit. It has been for them to get something out of it, whether it's validation or you know, using us. I've been used more than 10 times in my life in different situations, way more than that. That it's like both of you have had exponential amounts of people who are only there for certain reasons. Yeah, Three of Swords. Page of Swords, yeah. Oh, good, we got Seven of Wands in reverse then too. So, again, you have been deceived so many times by people. You've been lied to, you've been tricked, told what you wanted to hear, almost had to set yourself on fire to build a barrier around yourself. Not a good fire. I'm not talking about the fire of passion that like makes us hot. I'm talking about the fire that like turns us to ash and singes our hearts, because it hardens us, turns us to stone, because we would rather burn ourselves alive than let these users touch us. And that's spiritually, it's not always like literal hands touching you, because Three of Swords and Page of Swords. So when we really started to get into it, we really got into it. The Hermit. Okay, so yeah, so it's made you just like you'd rather be alone. You'd rather not deal with people. You'd rather keep people at a distance. Show them like this is the same guy for the Hermit and the Page of Swords. You see his big long nose. Like he'd almost rather lie to the public or lie to strangers to protect himself, to you know, to keep himself able to fly and float and like go through intense storms and intense weather changes, and like I guess to avoid the freezing, you know, to keep themselves warm and almost to brave it all. They'll keep all of their secrets and all their true nature and like the real core goriness of us inside, so that we can protect ourselves. little bit about this Devil in Reverse card. Because that shows a little bit, but we pulled it way earlier. Yeah, so funny, when I said we pulled it earlier, what fell out was the Four of Wands. So it's like saying we pulled it earlier because we were pulling it when we were referring to this love connection, and if anyone was upset with you. I think they're more upset about what's happened to you and how it's now made it hard for you, like, we'll pull more cards on that to get more clarity on, like, those words to come out of my mouth, but, so you see how there's two masks? It's a man and a woman's mask in the lap of the devil, and then in the Four of Wands, it's just the couple in this one, celebrating together. It's like you don't need validation from anybody else. You will still, like, celebrate together. You both then have put your flames in your mouth. It's almost like you're offering it up instead of setting yourself, like, you take the flame, like, you will not set, like, I'm struggling here. You don't need to be on fire so this person can't touch you. It's more so like conversation. You need to have conversation and have passionate conversation that leads to, like, you both just, like, not, and they don't even have the fire in their mouth. They have the fire on the sticks in their mouth. It's so shitty lighting in here. I'm really sorry. But yeah, and then this devil, it's like saying, like, you both are holding your masks right now above your head. Like, you're both actually, you're not taking your masks off and holding them in your lap. You're not being completely vulnerable with each other. You're still holding some kind of face, you know, like, you know when people say that, like, I gotta hold face or something. That's an old expression. I don't know if people use it anymore. But when I asked for clarity on it, like, we can pull more cards, but we got the Four of Wands. So the clarity of it is you're thinking that you have to be or act this certain way. You both are very extremely emotional. You're so emotional. So I guess maybe you're afraid of showing the other person how emotional you really are because it's kind of something you can both easily give into, and you're trying to keep yourself in check to receive the Emperor. To be this top dragon, I was gonna say top dog, but it's a dragon. To be this top dog of senses, so to speak, to be this Emperor, or to have your Emperor come forward to you, you know, and you be the divine feminine that this masculine needs. You guys are holding face a little bit, I think. You're kind of keeping yourself in check as opposed to just, like, letting your emotions rule this connection 100%. Like, you're not coming in like, love me, witness me, you know. Divine union again. So we got King and Queens, we got King and Queens, we got King and Queen of Cups. So yeah, I didn't need that confirmation. I am emotional because I know that I am. But you both are holding these emotions back from each other. I think I kind of forced that one out on accident. Ace of Pentacles again, like we got the night before last night. So we're pulling a ton of swords, a ton of pentacles in this situation. This is going to be extremely prosperous for the two of you. Like, not, like, I wasn't sure the other night when I pulled it, I was like, prosperous for who? Most likely this Emperor, because your mentality, my mentality, maybe not yours, my mentality in my partnerships is that I don't really, if I had anything, it would be theirs. I'm not, like, I don't know, I'm not that kind of person that's like, I need these things. I get off on, like, sharing, having together, partnership, I don't really get off on like a high horse. And Ace of Pentacles, I have so many untapped skills. So many untapped skills. Like, I heard this phrase in high school that I hated over and over and over again from like my teachers, my friends, and like just the universe, and it was like jack of all trades, master of none. And they never went on to describe the rest of, you know, the whole, there's like a paragraph for that, but I don't know it because all I ever heard was jack of all trades, master of none, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, I don't know how to harness or hone in on one of these skills at a time to make it profitable. Like, I would need help with that because I don't know how to do that. I have all these skills and I could give them to somebody else. I can do them for somebody else happily. But I can't seem to really make it work for myself. Okay, so yeah, it would be like my justice for somebody to help me. I have a hard time accepting help even. So like, if I could actually just give these skills to somebody else, or just like have somebody like use my skills for themselves. Like, let's say, this is gonna sound crazy, but a dream of mine has always been to take photos of my significant other because I went to school for photography instead of acting. I got into school for acting and I got cold feet. Not a story about me. So I have a skill, and for some reason I've always just really wanted to use it for somebody else, like to benefit somebody else. And it's why I think universally the universe has attracted me to partners that would like greatly benefit them. And my ineptitude, my inability to like just, I guess my stubbornness, hangman, my like self-doubt, inability to believe in myself, paralysis of the psyche, whatever you want to call it. I can't seem to just go after something for myself. I need to be going after it like to benefit somebody else in this weird, you know. And then we got Tower, which literally shows a man holding up another man. I don't know which man I would be in this situation. Excuse me, oh my god. I'm not either man. I think that was. But as far as like person connection, I could be the person on the top or the bottom. I would allow somebody to lift me up to use this skill, or I would be under them. I feel like my voice is sounding really weird tonight, but besides the point. And so for the masculine, what a fucking pairing we got here. Damn it, I knew it. Okay, well, I already knew this. I don't need to be reminded of this. So they have a crap load of options. But in this card, it shows that they're picking one of the options, Ace of Cups. They would want you. They would want those skills. They can choose one of these options. They can. They have all these options. We know they have options. But they only want one, just like you. You have options. Not that you think any of your options are like worth anything. Because to you, this person that you want, this divine union, is not an option to you. They are the choice. This person is choosing one. They have a choice. Yeah, they have a lot of options, but they also have a choice. Just like you may have options, but you only have one choice, just like they have one choice, and it is for their own benefit. Who fills their cup? Who allows them to fill their own cup? This card is also absolutely gorgeous. So they're choosing this water nymph. You don't have to worry. Again, let's go back to this. both have this Three of Cups in reverse. You both are choosing one cup. You both are choosing the cup that fills your own cup. You're choosing the one that allows you to fill your own cup. You're choosing the one that fills your cup. And for both of you, it's this water nymph. It's this fairy-like, sprightly energy that, and if you look at the Seven of Cups, the only option that has anything growing from it of fruitfulness and prosperity is the one that holds water. It's the one that has flowers growing from it. So this is about emotional being full, like someone who actually has depth, and depth is bottomless. The water it gives, it gets. The water it gives, it gets. The water it gives, it gets. Like the Star card. Like in most decks, the Ace of Cups doesn't look like the Star card, but this illustration, very much like the Star card. She's pouring water out, and it's bottomless. So to say that it's bottomless is like the depths that this connection can. The depth. It is also super hot in New York right now. But the depths that this connection can go is bottomless. We started here with the Hierophant and the Star. We got the Emperor. They are, also that's a card of like, they're packing, man. Like, okay, they're packing in more ways than one. That just means they have a lot of assets as well. Attributes, assets, blah, blah, semantics. So I asked for a little bit more confirmation on the situation we got with yourself, the Tower, Hangman, Justice. And what flew out over the Tower was Queen of Swords. So you need to remember who you are. You are so fucking metal, it's not even funny. It's actually not funny, it's actually a problem. Okay, so like this Tower moment could be like, hey, maybe try not to be so fucking extreme and intense all the time about everything. Like, to get your justice, Four of Cups, Fool, you almost just gotta let it go. This means a lot about your past though. You gotta let go of like, you gotta let go of focusing on these cups that like are sitting on the ground not doing anything, that like never brought you any prosperity, used you in all the worst ways, didn't use your skills or attributes or assets to your advantage where it benefits a connection and inspires anybody. They just took from you, and that was it. So it's almost like with this Fool card, I feel like fools rush in. Like, your Tower moment's gonna be you just like relinquishing a little bit of like your need to know the unknown, your like heavy fear of like running out of time, or your fear that justice, I don't know why I'm using the word fear, but it's like worry maybe that you won't get your justice, but it's almost like fools rush in. See this offered to you. Go forth towards a new and exciting opportunity. Don't let anyone from your past try to like get back into your orbit or your energy. You have said return to sender enough times to that. It's driven you mad with some certain connections and relationships, how it's like talking to a brick wall and yet the horse isn't dead or beaten yet. So it's like, how is it not just beating a dead horse at this point? I hate that expression so much. And it's because like we got Page of Wands and Nine of Wands in reverse. So it's like you gotta start trying to kind of use those skills for yourself, and also like be willing to use them on somebody else, because like you have so many, it's like burdening you down. Your skill level and like how many times you've tried to help or like coexist with somebody, or like meet somebody on the same page, or like have them meet you on the same page, like, yeah, it's caused you to be like so strong, because time and time again, like, you have gotten nothing out of it, literally. Like, you have given yourself till you're fucking like till you finally feel fucking dry, and you kind of lose sense a little bit of like who you are, where you're going, why you're doing anything, like, and you're not queen or king of wands, or even knight of wands. I don't want to be knight of wands, but you're page of wands still. You're still like, oh, all these things are new. I'm not even a master of any of these things, because, okay, that all got very clear for me. When it died, I was like, let me just ask and shuffle. So, I asked for more clarification on this Nine of Wands in reverse and Page of Wands. Like, clarify this for me a little bit. And we got Nine of Cups upright. So when I was like, none of these things have been, okay, my resilience, my emotional resilience, my emotional regulation, how mentally healthy I am compared to past experiences, that is a gift that they have given me. I can be very thankful that, yes, a lot was taken from me, like, for monetization, for their own creative purpose, for exploitation of me and my life experiences, or my poetry, whatever it may be, because I don't think it came from a place of love. I don't think it came from a place of wanting to learn about me, or like relate to me, or like soothe me, loved me. I think it came from a place of vicariously living through my shit experiences in my life, or my shitty life, in comparison to, you know, whatever. And I think it also came from like what was about them, and taking from that. So it was from a selfish standpoint. It wasn't even viewing my art, I think. I mean, obviously it wouldn't have been regurgitated or used or manipulated if they didn't think it was good in some way. But again, that has nothing to do with me personally. That has to do with my writing capability. Anyways, so you have gotten something out of those experiences, and it is maybe more emotional depth. I don't know if that helps you or not, but usually in situations where you're dealing with relationships, it does help you to get more emotional grounding and be self-fulfilled emotionally, or emotionally grounded, because then we got temperance. So yeah, it's made me way calmer about like accepting mistreatment, which maybe isn't a good thing, but I mean, I'm not gonna like fight to be with anybody. I'm not going to fight myself about what somebody else is doing anymore. I've gotten to a really emotionally healthy place. I'm pretty calm about most things. I know how I feel about a lot of situations. I don't get insanely jealous. I don't really believe in allowing myself to be obsessed. I don't think obsession is healthy in any shape or form. I think extreme admiration, extreme appreciation, devotion, all those things are great. Obsession, not a good thing, because obsession is only you trying to close the gap between someone. Where I crave someone wanting to be close to me and wanting to be close to somebody else emotionally, spiritually, yes, physically, but it is more important to close that gap spiritually than it is to be obsessed with an outcome or an expectation. I don't think you can just be obsessed with a person unless you don't know them at all. Like people, I hate this, my brain's like, people get obsessed with celebrities all the time. But like, to me, nobody is a celebrity. Like, I know that's taboo to say, and that's quite controversial, but just because a lot of people know somebody, do they know them? Do they know them? No, it's just someone's face they've seen a lot. And guess what? The internet and society shoves people down your throat, even if you don't want to fucking know who they are at all, or their name. To me, it's kind of a curse. I have involved myself with people because I have fallen in love with them, and then their face is shoved in my face when I'm just scrolling Instagram or using my phone, it makes me hate my phone. And if I was sheltered in a cabin in the woods and didn't have the internet, who was a celebrity? Who's a celebrity? I wouldn't even know. I would probably know how to grow better radishes than I did, like, the name of Dua Lipa. I can't tell you a single song, but I know her name. I don't know what she looks like, but that's a name I've heard. So, moving on from that, I'm not calm about that, apparently, but I'm very calm about the experiences I've been through. And it's allowed me to make better decisions in the future. Who I'm choosing as a partner, who I love currently, or what love is growing inside of me for someone. I'm using better discernment, so hopefully with you as well. This means if you're not at a place where you're at 9 of Cups, where you're ready to get your wish fulfillment now because you've done all the emotional and spiritual work. If you're not there yet, this is a sign that maybe it's coming soon, and when it does come, you'll have the calm enough to make the decisions to move forward and to take the action. Not just, I decide this is what it is. You then will take the actions. You'll have your actions align with your words. And then these ones fell out. And I was like, great, this is good. 5 of Cups, so the breakup card in reverse. So this is literally saying, like, you are done. You don't need to involve yourself with anyone you've previously been involved with. You're over it. You've accepted it. It's fine. Like, you are not gonna stay staring at cups. You wanna be done with things that just drain you. You wanna look to the cups that are being offered to you that are full. You wanna turn yourself towards prosperity, the sun. What makes you happy? Like, you know now more than ever what makes you happy and why, as opposed to just like feeling a pull or drawn to something for past reasons. Why you used to think you needed something, for me, it was physical. And it kind of was like, whoever this person is doesn't matter because, like, physically I feel like in my chemistry pulled to them. It wasn't emotional and heart and brain, you know, it was just, but that didn't make me happy, and I want what does make me happy, so I'm being pulled now to a whole package. I was like, what's this sun? Because I love this sun card, but it just had me asking, okay, I just want clarity. I want clarity, you know? What is going to bring me the most happiness? Is it actually finding a new path in a career? I could go back to being a barista. I could continue to art and adult model and do the other things in that world that I'm doing currently that I'm very deeply unhappy with. But I could keep doing it because, you know, it feeds my wallet. I could go back to baristing, which didn't really feed my wallet, but like wasn't as draining, you know, or I could start something new. I could actually pursue my dreams. Nope, this is with a union. What will bring me the most happiness is choosing the right partner and having them choose me, and knowing that the person that makes you happy, is the person that, this is why we got the 4 of Cups and 5 of Cups in reverse. Oh, so good. The reason we got those in reverse is 4 2 of Cups. In this card, they're literally handing each other their cup. When we got the Ace of Cups in this, I love that we got that after the 7 of Cups, just perfect. Like, this is going to be fine. I know there's some worry right now about external forces, because I put these aside when we got them because I didn't really want to face it, but we got 5 of Swords and 5 of Wands and Knight of Swords. So it's literally like saying they want to slay all other competition. I think there's competition, they think there's competition. There's worry over like winning the I guess being the winner of the fight. We got 2 divine unions in this of material world and emotions, which are kind of, this is kind of the best ones in my opinion. if you make art, King and Queen of Wands is actually the best, but to get as a pair, this is the best, because this is like saying you could stay in your feels and you'll still prosper off of it. And we got Moon in reverse saying like we will quell each other's anxieties, you know, we will be the victors of this fight for who we desire. There will be a childlike wonder, and this will feed your inner child while being very devilish, but like in a very positive